Welcome everybody to this tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to learn about variable. We're going to see how we're going to create variable and how to work with variable in Pydroid. So welcome on board and let's start. First of all, before we dive in and start writing code, let's start by explaining what is variable in the first place. Well, I want you to look at variable like this, just a piece of box. Imagine you have a box in your room. That box, you can put stuff inside it. So variable is just like that. Variable is just like a box where you can put stuff inside, and later on, if you want to use that stuff, you just have to look for that box and pull what you put inside. That's variable. So in programming, variable is the same concept with that box. So when you create a variable, you have to give it a name. For example, let's say this is the variable I created, this box, then I give it a name. Let me just call it variable A, for example. So then I decided to put to keep, like, let's say 20 inside the box. So what did I put inside variable A? I put 20 as a value, or maybe as a stop that I put inside. So in programming, how are you going to do that, to store 20 inside a variable A? Well, it's very simple. Just when you write the name of the variable A, then equal sign, then 20. That's it. This is how we're going to create a variable in Python programming. This is the same thing to you are saying that I'm storing this 20 inside this variable called variable A. So how are you going to retrieve that 20, or how are you going to use that 20? So the moment you call that function that I taught you in our previous tutorial, when you say print, then in bracket variable A, when you say print variable A, so it's going to print you whatever is inside this variable A. Then we're going to see 20. So now let's go and see how we're going to create a variable in Pydroid, and also I'm going to tell you 5 things that you have to know when you are about to create a variable. So first of all, if you want to create a variable, you have to start by naming it. So like I said, we're going to call it variable A. Then you put equality sign, then the value you're going to put inside. So now I put 20 inside it. If I want to show this value, I can just print. I say print, then I call it variable A, or we just say bara. So if I run this code, I'm going to see output of 20 because I print what I put inside variable A. You can see it here. See, the output is 20. So this is it. This is how you're going to create a variable. So there is some rules that you have to follow when you're about to create a variable. Like I said, I want to name this variable A, or I say bar A, but here I couldn't put space. If I put space like this, it's going to give me an error. You see, it's telling me syntax error because I gave space. So how are we going to manage that? For example, if we are about to write a long variable name, how are we going to do that? Well, in this case, we have to put underscore. You see it here. We put underscore. By putting this underscore, it's just like you are putting a space. So variable underscore A, and here I have to put underscore 2 because I changed the name. So now you see it working perfect. And the second rule is you cannot start naming your variable with number. For example, I say 1 variable A, then I will come down here and I say 2 variable A is equal to 40. Then maybe I want to do some calculation, addition, for example, then I say 1 variable A plus 2 variable underscore A. So this is going to give me error definitely because this is a syntax error. I shouldn't start naming my variable with number. I should start naming my variable with character. So if you want to separate maybe your variable name with number, you should not put it at the beginning. You should put it inside or in the middle. So in the middle or at the end. For example, variable a1, then variable a2, something like this. Then let's change it here. So by doing this is the correct way of maybe differentiating your variable with number. So as you can see now, I printed and it showed me 60. Yes, 20 plus 40 equals 60. So you see now it's working perfectly. So like I said, don't start your naming variable with number, don't put a space, and if you want a space, use underscore, and don't use number in the middle or at the end of your variable name. So this is it for this tutorial about variable. Then we're going to see our next tutorial where we're going to see most of what we can do with variable, what is a string, and other stuff like that. And if you don't understand, you can ask question in the comment section below, or you can discuss with other students inside the group, Telegram group. And if you are not in the group, well, there is a link in the description, you can join.